Welcome to Fenway Park on yet another rainy night. It's game one of a brief two-game series between the Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. The last couple of days have been tough on the injury report for the Red Sox. First, John Lackey goes on the DL, and today, Daisuke Matsuzaka placed on the DL. If you think back to spring training, there was a battle going on for the long men in the bullpen. Both Tim Wakefield and Fredo Aceves were battling for that last spot, and as it turns out, they're now both in the rotation. As we take a look at the next 5 days coming up for the Red Sox, Josh Beckett will take the mound tomorrow against the Tigers ace Justin Verlander, and John Lester will open the three-game series with the Cubs on Friday. Alfredo Aceves will make his sixth career start, his first ever against the Cubs. Aceves' last start was on July 9th of 2009. And then it is Tim Wakefield to make his third spot start of the season. Welcome in Jerry Remy. And Jerry, tonight we know this, Clay Buchholz will be on the mound, and lately he's been pitching very well.
Well, he really has, Don. He got off to a slow start like most of the Red Sox starters did, and he had in the month of April that was really not Clay Buchholz, but he has certainly turned it around in May. You see the 3-0 record. He's won 3 straight games in a row, the 1.93 ERA, the walk totals are down, and the opponent's batting average of only .214. So Buchholz has really got things back on track the way we expect Clay to pitch. And one of the things that he's done in this streak, he's really had a very good sinker, and he's kept his pitch count down. He's been able to get a lot of ground ball outs, and he hopes to do so tonight against a team he's had good success against, the Detroit Tigers.
Well, we'll find out very soon as Buchholz will indeed be on the hill. We'll be dodging the raindrops. We're back with more from Fenway right after this. The Tigers and the Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome back inside the broadcast booth as we get ready for tonight's action. And we welcome Victor Martinez back to Boston. Of course, it was really the non-move by the Red Sox during the offseason that caused quite a stir. However, the precursor to follow of Red Sox signings was pretty amazing. But Victor Martinez ends up in Detroit with the Tigers, and he's off to a very good start so far with the Tigers. He's been DHing for the most part. Currently leads the Tigers with a .317 average, and his 23 RBIs are tied for third on the club. Victor is hitting .415 in the month of May and has hit safely in 13 of the last 14 games he's played. Last season with the Red Sox, he finished with a .302 average, 20 homers, 79 RBIs, and 127 games. He always hit well here at Fenway Park as well. Having a chance to catch up with him earlier today was Heidi Watney. With more, here's Heidi.
Yeah, John, we often see former players come back and get a nice reception from their old team, and Victor Martinez was no different. In fact, his 6-year-old son, Victor Jose, got one of the best receptions I've seen from any returning player here at Fenway Park, as the team and, of course, Terry Francona really have an affinity for that little guy. And Victor as well. He went down into the batting cages and greeted all his former teammates, and he said it was really nice getting to see all of them.
Something that I really was looking forward to, to say hi to all the guys out there. And, like I say, when I got here, they gave me that great welcome, and makes me feel like a home. That's something that I always gonna remember, and I always gonna appreciate. I mean, they really make me feel like I was part of them for 3 or 4 years, and that was something that made me feel, more comfortable and go out there and be myself.
Don, as you mentioned, Martinez is the designated hitter for the Tigers tonight. He's had a lot of success here at Fenway after spending part of the 2009 and 2010 seasons here. He's batting .322 with 15 home runs here at Fenway Park. He enters tonight's game batting a whopping .415 in the month of May. Don?
Thanks, Heidi. The former Yankee, now Tiger, Phil Koch on the mound tonight, 1-5 with a 4.54 ERA. First pitch is next. Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com. Then by Southwest Airlines. Well, good evening once again, everybody. The tarp is off the field. It is misting right now here at Fenway Park, but this is perhaps the best we can hope for. And the Red Sox and Tigers certainly want to get this thing started and play as many innings as they possibly can. The forecast tonight is not good throughout the rest of the evening, and when it starts, apparently it's not going to stop for a while. And that leads us into tomorrow, perhaps. As you can see, it is lightly raining here at Fenway Park, more of a mist as they go over the ground rules here at Fenway Park. But, Jerry, I guess try to play as many innings as you possibly can here tonight.
Well, this is pretty much what we've had all day long, this mist and the fog over Fenway Park. We have not had many rain showers at all, just a couple of very light ones. So they're able to get this game off on time, and hopefully it'll go 9 innings, and the Red Sox will win.
Here are the current conditions here at Fenway Park. Seems cooler than 52 degrees, no doubt. The breeze is coming in, maybe that's why, at 12 miles per hour from center field, and the forecast more of the same here tonight in the area. These fans and many others expecting a long night perhaps, and maybe a delay or two. We'll have to wait and see as things shake down here. But you're right, Red Sox certainly want to play baseball, playing very good baseball lately, and welcoming the Tigers into town for the first time and only time in 2011. Tigers here for just 2 brief days as part of their road trip, as the Red Sox are about to take the field here tonight, led by Clay Buchholz, as he'll get his 9th start of the year. And here come the Red Sox. As the Red Sox take the field, let's check out the Detroit Tigers starting 9. It is Austin Jackson in center field with Scott Sizemore at second base. Brendan Bosch is in right field. Miguel Cabrera at first base, with Victor Martinez, the DH, batting 5th. Johnny Peralta is at shortstop. Alex Aviles does the catching, bat 7th, with Ryan Rayburn in left field. And Brandon Inge, the veteran, at third base, bats 9th for the Tigers. Clay Buchholz on the mound tonight for the Red Sox. Against the Tigers in his career, he's 1-1 with a 2.84 earned run average. Overall this season, it marks his 9th start of the year, 4-3 with a 3.94 ERA. He's worked in 45 2/3 innings, and opponents are hitting at .274 against Clay Buchholz, who's won 3 starts in a row. Beat the Angels, the Twins, and last time out against the Yankees, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. He walked a batter and struck out 7 and got that 3-game series off to a good start against the Yankees at the stadium.
The defense tonight for the Red Sox, they are 4th in the American League with 20 errors in 41 games. Kevin Youkilis will be at third base, Jed Lowry the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Mike Cameron, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Clay Buchholz.
Umpiring crew, Fielden Culbreth will be calling the balls and strikes. Unusually, this crew has stayed for the beginning of this next series. They were just here for one of the 2 games. It is Gary Cedarstrom, the crew chief at first base, Lance Barksdale at second base, and Adrian Johnson is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
A lot of changes here in the last 2 days. All of a sudden your rotation was fine and moving along, and the next day you get one guy going on the DL, and today another. And this Daisuke Matsuzaka situation seems like it is going to be a while at the very least, and it could be a long while at the worst.
Yeah, Terry Francona was saying this afternoon that at least for 2 weeks he's not going to touch a baseball, so that's not very good at all. And then Daisuke was talking to the media after that, saying that the problem seems to be a lot more serious than he thought it was going to be. So it could be quite a while before we see Daisuke Matsuzaka pitching in a game for the Boston Red Sox.
Buchholz goes to work at the bottom of the cleats as he gets it started tonight, and it's Austin Jackson who's in on the right side for the Tigers. Buchholz ready with the game's first pitch. And it's in there for strike 1. We're underway. Austin Jackson, top of this Tigers order, hitting at .231, 3 home runs and 13 runs batted in. He's been hitting at a .328 clip over the last 16 games. He fouls one off and is down 0-2.
Well, you mentioned Don Buchholz on one of those 3-game winning streaks. Those wins coming against the Angels, the Minnesota Twins, and of course last time out, as you mentioned, the New York Yankees in the first game of that series down in the Bronx.
Dealing with Austin Jackson, who has a 9-game hitting streak coming into tonight's action. 0-2 from Buchholz. Just outside. It looked like he had the corner. Clay thought so, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, he didn't miss that outside corner by very much. 3 pitches, and it looked like it could have been a strikeout. Just barely off the outside corner. Jackson has struck out 51 times so far this season.
Swing and a foul. I think it's a big piece of Jared Saltalamacchia. Look at the 9-gamer for Austin Jackson coming in, hitting at .359 during the 9-game hitting streak. Has power. 2 home runs during the streak, 3 home runs on the season for Jackson. One-two is up and away, 2-2.
96 on that last fastball, a high fastball from Clay Buchholz.
Terry Francona wanting to play tonight, no doubt, after being off last night and playing very good baseball lately. Red Sox winning 4 in a row, beginning Buchholz's start in New York. There's a ground ball foul outside of third. Had the walk-off win here the other night, and then had to sit through last night. And I wonder if you're going to play tonight. It's right now, as you look up towards the light towers here at Fenway Park, very hazy as well. The fog is kind of rolling in here.
You can't even see the Prudential Center right now.
The key is we're playing right now. The Red Sox and Tigers starting tonight on time. Buchholz thought he had Jackson struck out a couple pitches ago and now deals with a 2-2, and it's a full count. It's longer in bat than he envisioned. On deck, Scott Sizemore, second baseman for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. Took it a little longer, but in the end, Buchholz gets his man.
Is that very good sinking fastball from Buchholz on the 3-2 count, down out of the strike zone. As I mentioned, that is the 52nd strikeout for Jackson. He leads the American League in that category.
Certainly not what you want from your leadoff man, as he strikes out here for the first out in the first. Scott Sizemore hitting at .263, no homers, and 4 runs batted in. As he takes ball 1 away. He was called up from AAA Toledo prior to the game on May 3rd. Has been up ever since. He was hitting at a cool .408 AAA when he got called up from the Mudhens. He's leading the International League with that .408 batting average and a .495 on base percentage. He's moved up here and hit at .263 since his return. That's on the corner, and it's 2-1. Swinging a foul tip, 2-2.
Well, right now, Clay's got very good velocity, 95 on that last fastball, just threw it right by Sizemore.
This is the kind of velocity we saw Friday night in New York. Second straight start that he started off with it. This one fouled back, and Sizemore stays alive, 2-2. Only runs allowed for Clay Buchholz in that last outing came on a 5th inning 2-run home run by Russell Martin at Yankee Stadium. Ended up throwing 110 pitches in that 7-inning effort against the Yankees. It's outside off the plate, full count. His 5th start of this season here at Fenway, 2-2 with a 3.98 ERA in his first 4 starts here at home. Swing and a miss, back-to-back Ks to start the night for Clay Buchholz, 2 down.
Well, the first strikeout for Buchholz against Jackson was on a 2-seam fastball, a sinking fastball. This time it's the 4-seamer that he throws to the outside part of the plate to pick up the strikeout on Sizemore. Strikeout high for Buchholz on the season is 7. He did that the last time out against the Yankees.
Some very impressive numbers in the 2 starts that he had against the Tigers last year. So they know all about Clay Buchholz coming in, and they know they haven't had a great deal of success against him. 2 outs for Brennan Bosch. He'll take strike 1. Bosch, a right fielder, hitting at .284 with 2 home runs and 18 runs batted in. He's 0 for his last 8. Last year he topped all American League rookies with 14 home runs, 67 runs batted in for the Tigers in 2010. On the ground, foul into the seats. Jim Leland and the Tigers 22-19 coming in. They're 5 games back of the very surprising Cleveland Indians. Makes the Red Sox look much better now than it did when the Red Sox were swept by the Indians in the first visit in.
The Red Sox will get a look at the Indians on the next road trip.
1-2 tap foul. Look at the standings right now in the AL Central. Bit of a surprise with the White Sox failing and the Indians playing very good baseball. Royals still in the mix. They are 20-21, and Minnesota Twins, we just saw, certainly a very disappointing start to their season. A lot of injuries. But the Tigers very much in the mix. Here's a 1-2 to Brennan Bosch. And it's down and in, 2-2. Miguel Cabrera, one of the game's best, waiting on deck. 2 down here in the first inning. Outfield straight away on Bosch, now backs out. Hit hard, but foul.
Now Bosch that time getting out in front of the cut fastball from Clay Buchholz. Pulling it foul off the top down that first base line.
Fouls it off to the left this time. And it hangs at 2-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up for Brennan Bosch. He's trying to prevent Clay Buchholz from striking out the side. Buchholz got Jackson a strikeout swinging. Sizemore to do the same. The 2-2 pitch from Clay Buchholz. This one fouled back as well. The Yankees tonight also starting a 2-game series after they played a 2-game series in Tampa and split. The Yankees are taking on Baltimore tonight in Camden Yards in Baltimore. There is Victor Martinez, of course, returning tonight for the first time. Seeing a lot of his old teammates, and Victor is the DH tonight for the Tigers. This one is fouled off, and it hangs at 2-2.
What a pretty tough at bat put on by Bosch right here. That was the first changeup that Buchholz has thrown so far in this game, and Bosch able to foul it off, keep himself alive to see another pitch. Next pitch will be the 10th that Bosch sees.
Down and in, full count. All three batters have had full counts against Clay Buchholz here in this top of the first inning. Struck out the first 2, and now we'll throw the 11th pitch of the at bat to Brennan Bosch. Three-two pitch. Bosch hits it in the air to center field, sending Ellsbury back. Jacoby almost to the warning track to make the catch. Out in center field to end the inning. Takes a while, but he gets the job done. 1-2-3. Red Sox are coming up.
I know. It sucks.
Lineup is brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury at the top of the order in center field. Dustin Pedroia at second base. Adrian Gonzalez at first base bats third with Kevin Youkilis in the cleanup spot. David Ortiz at DH with Jed Lowry at shortstop. Mike Cameron is in right field. He bats seventh with Carl Crawford in left. And Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching. Phil Koch is on the mound tonight for the Tigers. A 1-5 start to his season. This marks his 8th start of the year. 4.54 ERA. Opponents hitting at .262 against Koch. No decision against the Twins last time out. 5 2/3. Gave up only 2 runs. Walked 2 and struck out 3. Tigers decided during spring training to put him in the rotation. And off to a 1-5 start in 2011.
We're used to seeing him working out of the bullpen, but not the case this season with the Tigers.
His 168th career appearance. He made 77 starts at the minor league level, but this marks only his 9th start at the major league level. First career start, obviously, here at Fenway Park for him. His previous outings, he had compiled a 0-1 record at 3.68 ERA, giving up 3 earned runs in 7 1/3, and part of that came in his time as a member of the New York Yankees. Jacoby Ellsbury, that's a 302, 4 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Ellsbury gets jammed and flips a pop-up down the third baseline. Brandon Inge with a very good bid. And it's out of his reach and jumps up into the seats.
Nice effort there by Brandon Inge, the third baseman for the Tigers. Ball not hit high enough for him to get underneath it. Has to go into the slide and cannot quite come up with it. It's like Brandon thought that ball was hit a little bit deeper than it actually was.
Gotta like the way Brandon Inge plays the game, though. And he's been all over for the Tigers. Of course, was catching when he first came up, and he's got a cannon for an arm down there at third base. Plays it hard and pitches inside. Ball 3, full count. Phil Koch with the Yankees for 2 seasons in the major leagues, 08 and 09. And was part of the deal that saw Curtis Granderson go to the Yankees. Boy, that's paying off for New York right now. This one is fouled off. Austin Jackson, Ian Kennedy coming from New York along with Phil Koch for Curtis Granderson in December of 2009. And we got 2 guys here, one starting in center field and one starting for the Tigers pitching wise. What a year Granderson's had for the Yankees so far. He's really powered up. 3-2, late swing from Ellsbury, who strikes out, 1 down.
It's like Jacoby chasing a pitch that might have been out of the strike zone. Looked like a low fastball that time, and Ellsbury can't stay off it. Have an off-balance swing, and you can see that Ellsbury not pleased at all after chasing that pitch.
One down for Dustin Pedroia. Hitting at .245, 2 home runs and 10 runs batted in. He takes strike 1 from Phil Koch. He walked and scored the winning run on Adrian Gonzalez's 2-run double in the 9th inning on Monday night. Lengthy at bat for him, and he finally worked the walk at down 0-2 in the count. And he's been walking more lately, once in each of the last 4 games. A total of 10 walks in the last 10 games. In fact, he walked 18 times in April. This one he's got to get out of the way of. Coming in with an 0-2 pitch, it's 1-2.
After a change-up away, a fastball inside, right about at the knees of Dustin Pedroia, and down he goes. Tough to keep your balance on a pitch like that.
Evens up at 2-2. Pedroia now, Gonzalez next. Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the first inning. Pedroia drives it foul down the right field line back into the seats.
Well, for those who remember Monday night against the Orioles, Pedroia had a great at bat late in that game before Adrian Gonzalez had to double off the wall. Pedroia drawing the walk, and then of course Gonzalez with the game-winning double to drive in 2 runs. But Pedroia had a tremendous at bat prior to Gonzalez's hit.
Ball 3 had been 0-2. It's a full count now. Pedroia fouls it off. Still 3-2. It's in 7 of his last 9 games. Eighth pitch of the at bat coming up for Pedroia. 1 out, bases empty. Pedroia flips it out towards right center field. Jackson on the run will not make the catch. Backed up by Bosch, who gets it back in quickly, but Pedroia has got a 1 out single. Another lengthy at bat, and he gets a base hit out to right center.
Well, Pedroia has now faced Koch 4 times, has 3 hits against him. Actually, he's able to get the hands inside the inside fastball that time. It looked like Jackson might catch up with it with his speed, but he can't do so. And it drops in for the base hit.
So somewhere there in the haze, Pedroia is at first base with 1 out. And Adrian Gonzalez is coming up. Some haze for you. So we look out towards the light towers from behind home plate. Can't see the Prue. Can't see the skyline for that matter. As Adrian stands in and takes ball 1 up and in.
Red Sox have not exactly been blessed with tremendous weather since coming off the road trip.
No, they have not. Every day. And tomorrow's not supposed to be a spectacular day either.
Not from what I hear. My sources tell me.
There's a 1-0 Adrian Gonzalez. And that's in there for strike 1-1. Phil Koch from that stretch position kind of turns his back on you a little bit. Almost facing the runner as he peers in. Adrian Gonzalez, 9 home runs, 37 runs batted in. This is towards second, could be 2. Sizemore to second for 1, on to first for 2. And Adrian Gonzalez grounds into the inning-ending double play. No score after 1. Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. It'll be Miguel Cabrera, then Victor Martinez, who bats second here in the second inning. Then Johnny Peralta to face Clay Buchholz, who had to throw 26 first inning pitches at a 1-2-3 first. Scoreless as we head to the second inning, and here is Miguel Cabrera. Checks in, hitting a cool 307 on the year. And he takes strike one as part of our key matchup, brought to you by your New England Acura dealers. Just 1 for 10 against Clay Buchholz in his career. Struck out 3 times. Second in the American League with 34 walks and a .441 on base percentage. Look at the overall numbers: 7 homers, 28 runs batted in. And this will bounce in for ball 1. Back to the All-Star game again for him last year, representing the Tigers. Ended up leading the league with 126 RBIs a year ago. Very quiet at the plate lately, hitting at 156 the last 10 games for the Tigers. Cabrera chops one out towards second baseman Dustin Pedroia. On to first for the first out of the second. Here comes Victor Martinez in his return to Fenway Park.
The designated hitter, number 41, Victor Martinez.
Victor DHing mostly for the Tigers. Not as much catching as I think perhaps he envisioned at the time that he signed with Detroit. Alex Aviles has been doing the majority of the catching for the Tigers. They thought their catcher of the future, and Victor has been DHing a lot, DHing well. .317 average, 4 home runs, 23 runs batted in. 27 games last year, .302 average, 20 homers, 79 runs batted in. And Jerry, at the time of the non-signing by the Red Sox and the signing free agent wise by the Tigers, took a look at the Red Sox roster and thought, wow, all of a sudden now Victor is gone. Adrian Beltre will possibly be gone. He figured he would be. They wouldn't resign him. You're thinking, who are we going to get?
Yeah, exactly. Red Sox go to plan B. Well, it might have been plan A, actually.
Their plan A, which we didn't know about. There's one of the guys, and of course Adrian Gonzalez being the other. 2 big moves for the Red Sox, one by trade, one by signing. As getting hit, he is fielding Culbreth with that last pitch. Not stopped by Saltalamacchia, and he gets hit on the leg or foot.
Yeah, that ball just got a piece of Saltalamacchia's glove, but it got more of fielding Culbreth behind home plate. Sox mow, super slow motion, and you can see Culbreth getting it off the foot.
So 1 out, 4 in a row retired by Clay Buchholz. Victor Martinez winning on a 2-1 pitch. Missing inside, and it's 3-1. On the ground to second base. Pedroia's got it. On to first, and there's 2 down. Well, on Thursday night, the Bruins and Lightning bring the Eastern Conference Final to Tampa for Game 3. Join Catherine and Gord on Bruins Face Off live at 6:30 for a full preview, and visit NESN.com/Bruins for more.
How do they keep the ice from melting down there in Tampa?
That's a good question. That's yeah, you'd think there'd be some condensation down there this time of year. But
exactly.
They've got it under control. And I hear you're calling for Tyler Seguin to be in the lineup, otherwise you're going to go on strike, something like that.
He played a heck of a game, didn't he?
Yes, he did. 2 down in the second inning. Johnny Peralta in on the right side. I knew you were a very good baseball analyst. I did not know you were a hockey analyst. That was new information.
It's new information for me too, Don.
You mean you don't know what you're talking about?
I repeat what I hear.
That one's away, and Johnny Peralta, the former Cleveland Indian, has a count of 1-1. And shortstop for the Tigers. He's got an 11-game hitting streak coming into tonight's action, hitting at .421 during the 11-gamer. The numbers along the way for him. And a swing and a miss. Fooled on the curveball from Buchholz, 1-2.
Yeah, no curveballs for Buchholz in the first inning, but a couple of them here now in the second inning.
On the ground foul. We'll do it again. 1-2. Peralta with a milestone over the weekend. On Saturday, he picked up his 1,000th hit. That's the Kansas City Royals. Sitting at .352 against right-handed pitching so far in the season. And there's a 1-2. And Peralta strikes out. Third strikeout for Buchholz. Inning and a half done from the Fens. No score. Sox games. First be there when the Red Sox play the Chicago Cubs in their long-awaited return to Fenway Park this coming weekend. Pair that with a date to see the Chicago White Sox at the end of the month. Tickets are available in a variety of locations throughout the ballpark. Visit redsox.com/doubleplay to get your tickets today. The last time the Cubs were in town was just 1918. So it's been a little while, and they'll be here for the weekend. First game on Nesson. Fox has Saturday, ESPN has Sunday night. As Kevin Youkilis stands in. Youkilis, Ortiz, and Lowry. And it's strike one to Youkilis. .254, 7 home runs. 27 runs batted in for Youkilis to start the year. As he takes strike two. A 5-game hitting streak coming in at .333. A couple of home runs. Koch wanted it. This is inside 1-2. Up the middle and into center field. A base hit for Kevin Youkilis. Second Red Sox hit of the night off Phil Koch.
And Kevin Youkilis extends his hitting streak to 6 games now. That fastball was supposed to be away. It stayed middle of the plate, and Youkilis right back through the middle for the base hit.
Well, now hitting at .364 during the 6-game hitting streak with that base hit into center field. That extends it, and here comes David Ortiz. David has gone deep in 3 of the last 6 games. And gets jammed and fouls it off. 7 home runs, 19 runs batted in for Big Poppy. So it's a .287 average. It's amazing about the splits this year for Ortiz. He hits .279 against right-handers, but against lefties, who he sat against a few times last year, he's hitting at .308 against left-handed pitching. So he's in there against the lefty tonight as he fouls it off.
And he credits that for swinging at strikes against lefties. He said when he gets in trouble, he's swinging at bad pitches against left-handers, but he's been able to narrow that strike zone down. He's actually had a couple of good pitches to wiggle on here in the first 2 pitches of this at-bat.
'25th pitch for Phil Koch, who's an 0-2 to Big Poppy. And he rips this to first. It'll turn into a double play. Hot shot at Cabrera, makes the grab and then tags the bag. 2 down. Second double play the Red Sox have hit into tonight.
That ball's an absolute rocket. A fastball inside that Ortiz topspin line drive to Cabrera, but he's standing right there. See him bounce off the bag. Doesn't even have to move his feet just to go back and tag first base and double up Youkilis. That was a rocket from Ortiz.
So 2 down here in the second inning for Jed Lowry. 320, 3 homers and 18 runs batted in for Jed. Sits safely in 10 of his last 12 games. Frustrating for Big Poppy to hit it that hard, and not only 1 out, but it turns into 2. 1-0 is to right field. Bosch heading over and under to make the catch. It ends the second inning. Play 2 from Fenway on a rainy night. No score. Top half of the third inning back at Fenway Park as Clay Buchholz returns to the hill. He's thrown 39 pitches for the first two. He had to throw 26 in the first inning. Alex Aviles leading it off here for the Tigers. Ryan Rayburn and Brandon Inge expected afterwards. Avila takes strike one. Avila hitting at 268, 6 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Threw out 31% of the runners attempting to steal, 20 out of 63. Ended up being second among American League catchers last year. You had to figure coming in, he was thinking, wow, they're signing Victor Martinez during the offseason as a free agent, wondering how much catching he was going to be doing, but he's done the bulk of it with Victor DHing quite a bit.
Yeah, they made it pretty clear, didn't they, right out of the chute, that when they signed Victor, that he was going to be doing most of the DHing. Avila this year has thrown out 28% of the runners so far.
Which is kind of odd, as a swing and a miss for Avila. He strikes out. Let's check in with Heidi.
Don Daisuke Matsuzaka was placed on the disabled list with a sprained elbow. Yeah, he had an MRI yesterday which revealed a sprained ulnar collateral ligament. The team doctor said he's going to be re-examined in about 2 weeks. Francona said he doesn't want to put a timetable on his return, but he likely won't be able to pick up a ball after that 2-week period. He said he could be down 3 to 4 weeks, and generally the rule is how many weeks a pitcher spends not throwing is how long he needs to build back up. Michael Bowden was recalled to take his place in the bullpen. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. One out here in the third inning. Certainly not good news for Daisuke Matsuzaka. And we'll find out more in the coming weeks. Michael Bowden in the pen and available tonight, along with Scott Atchison, who came up when the Red Sox, of course, placed John Lackey on the DL day before yesterday. 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. Back to the Victor thing for just a moment. The strange part about that was, we heard a lot from Victor Martinez that he wants to catch wherever he goes. But certainly in that instance, as a free agent, and take, I guess, the best deal that's out there. And really the best deal that was out there was the Tigers, catching or not.
And signed pretty quickly, too, in the offseason.
It was a swing and a miss, 1-2.
Buchholz back-to-back changeups to Rayburn. A changeup on the 0-1 count and a changeup on the 1-1 count.
Ryan Rayburn batting out of the number 8 spot for the Tigers. Buchholz with a 1-2 pitch. Down and away, 2-2. Buchholz against the Tigers here at Fenway Park, 0-1 with a 1.20 ERA. He's given up only 2 earned runs in now 17 and a third innings pitched against the Tigers, but is 0-1.
Looks like he wants to cut fastball away.
Broken bat, one hopper to first. Gonzalez will flip to Buchholz for the out, 2 down. The Dunkin' Donuts is in its 13th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout. Special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. They got it filled up out there tonight.
Having a Dunkin' Donuts right now.
How is it?
Excellent. Outstanding.
As always, we thank Dunkin' Donuts for dropping off refreshments here in the booth. And for Jerry.
And Don.
2 outs here in the third inning. Brandon Inge totes a 202 average. Home run, 12 runs batted in. Buchholz has retired the first 8 Tigers he has faced tonight. The mist and light rain and fog here at Fenway Park. It's outside, 2-0. This is May the 18th, right?
You are correct. Oh, play-by-play one.
'50th pitch of the night for Buchholz. And it's tap foul, 2-1.
I think the weather's supposed to break sometime next Thursday.
Awesome. We'll be in Cleveland, right?
Hopefully the good weather's coming from that direction.
Just missed. Buchholz wanted it. 3-1. As he falls behind, we'll see where this ended up in the Amica pitch zone.
Just a little bit high.
It's outside, ball 4. And Inge works a walk, first base runner of the night for the Detroit Tigers.
I love when you come to the ballpark on days like this. Everybody's got a different weather prediction, you know. Well, it's going to stop at 7, you know. Then you have others, you know. Once it starts, it's not going to stop till like, you know, 3 months from now.
Right, forever.
Right. It's going to really start pouring about 6:45. It's who knows around here.
Window is closed again, too, by the way.
Oh, you got the east wind.
Yes,
you got the east wind.
Right in here.
Brutal.
So we're going with the window closed. We don't care what our colleagues are doing next door or anywhere else up here. It's all about comfort for the announcers. We cannot properly bring you the game unless we're comfortable. 2 outs. We're in an Inge at first. And Austin Jackson hits his second look tonight at Clay Buchholz. See, this is what you'd look like if you had the window open.
Yeah, that
Jim
looks
Price.
comfortable.
He looks like he's having a great time.
Yeah, get the headsets above. Is that Jim Price?
Yes, over the jacket. You can't even tell who it is. He's so bundled up. Dan Dickerson, along with Jim Price on the radio broadcast back to Detroit. This one is in there for strike 1.
And that's not really necessary.
No, let's just close the window.
Plus, our crew has no, they have no choice.
No choice. There's no window to close there where Matt Johnson is. One ball, one strike to Austin Jackson. Hot shot, picked at second base by Pedroia from his knees. He throws him out. Nice play by Dustin Pedroia. Done with 2.5. No score from Fenway. Last half of the third inning back at Fenway Park. Red Sox come to bat in a scoreless game so far, and it's the bottom third of the Red Sox order. Like Cameron, Carl Crawford, and Jared Saltalamacchia expected to bat in the inning. Phil Koch has thrown 27 pitches through the first 2 innings. Mike Cameron and Darnell McDonald were both scheduled to play here last night against the Orioles in the final game of that series against Zach Britton, the lefty. Another lefty going tonight, but Darnell McDonald not in the lineup. Crawford back in there, but Cameron in there. Grounds to short, and Peralta throws him out.
Doing more on defense is brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. And Dustin Pedroia making a great play against Austin Jackson. Gets the honors from Home Depot here tonight.
One out in the 3rd inning as Carl Crawford stands in, and Carl batting out of the 8 spot still as he takes ball 1. 208 average for Crawford coming in. Home run, 10 runs batted in. Sit safely in 13 the last 15 games. Kind of a half-hearted swing and a foul tip, 1-1. Carl so far hitting only 146 against left-handed pitching. He's 7 for 48 coming in as he rolls this one foul outside of first.
Now Crawford in the lineup tonight because he's got 2 hits against Koch, 2 for 2 in his career. And one of the reasons I think Tito Francona made the switch tonight with Darnell McDonald and putting Crawford back in there.
In the meantime, it's been very hard for Terry Francona to find time for Darnell McDonald to get in. Seen him pinch run quite a bit. 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss for Crawford. He strikes out. Not a good at bat that time against Koch, the lefty. It's a second strikeout for Koch.
1 and a fastball to Ellsbury. This time the breaking ball down and away from Kyle Crawford. So the both strikeouts that Koch has tonight, both against left-handed hitters.
Is our window getting foggier, or is it getting foggier out there?
No, I think it's getting foggier out there. It is. It is really foggy right now.
I'm not sure that shot does it justice. 2 down in the 3rd. Saltalamacchia takes strike 1.
The ball goes up in the air. I lose it.
Yeah.
Here in the booth.
It is outside 1-1. Red Sox double affiliate the Portland Sea Dogs back in the Eastern League. You'll occasionally have that fog roll in, but you understand that you're close to the water there, of course, by the Old Port. Happened quite a bit. 1-1 is in the air to right. Bosch going back. He will twist around and make the catch. Diving forward to make the grab. Ended up sinking on him. We have played 3 from Fenway, no score. Top half of the fourth inning back at Fenway Park, no score. Has a bit of an adventure out there in right field for Brennan Bosch, but in the end he comes up with it.
Well, I got a couple of things to deal with, the wind and the fog right now. And here's what his angle looked like as it gets up above those lights. And where is it? There it comes.
There's strike one to Scott Sizemore. Leads it off to begin the fourth inning. Sizemore struck out swinging in the first inning. 4 strikeouts for Clay Buchholz. The one popped up, and that'll get back and out of play. Saltalamacchia going as far as he can, but the wind gives it a push further back. Sizemore, Bosch, and Cabrera to bat here in the fourth inning, 2, 3, and 4. No 2 pitch. It's fouled off. Still 0-2. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Red Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. Sizemore a strikeout victim in the first inning, waiting on an 0-2 pitch. And it's downstairs, 1-2. Buchholz coming into this outing tonight 4-3 with 3.94 earned run average. Winning his last 3 straight decisions. 60th pitch. A swing and a foul. This one off Saltalamacchia, still 1-2. One-two pitch to Sizemore. Good ball down and away, 2-2.
Mentioned 61 pitches now down. He threw 110 in his last outing against the Yankees, and that was a season high for Clay. That was in 7 innings against New York.
Tonight had to throw 26 first inning pitches, even though he retired the side in order. 39 through 2, 55 through 3. This is chopped up the middle. Pedroia from the outfield grass with a throw that is dug out by Gonzalez. Sizemore retired for the first out of the fourth inning.
El Pedroia kind of makes this look easy going back on the grass. Remember, that grass right there is pretty wet, but he's able to get good footing and make the throw to first base where Gonzalez digs it out of the dirt. We've seen Gonzalez dig a number of throws from infielders out of the dirt and save them possible errors.
One down here in the fourth inning for Brennan Bosch. Flied out to center field in the first inning, 0 for 1. And a pitch down and in.
Anytime an infielder tonight or an outfielder picks up a baseball, it's probably going to be a wet baseball from that water on the grass and the infield, the outfield.
This one fouled off himself, and it's 1-1 for Bosch. Happy fan right there. Souvenir.
A wet one. But he'll take it. Not much of a smiler, is he?
He liked it in the beginning. Now he realizes that it's wet, damp, and cold here at Fenway Park. He's got paparazzi behind him now. A 1-1 to Bosch. Slice foul off to the left, 1-2. Bosch now, Miguel Cabrera next. Tigers batting here in the top half of the fourth inning. Only one base runner so far against Buchholz. A walk for Brandon Inge in the third. Otherwise, he's retired everybody else. 4 strikeouts along the way for Clay Buchholz. We'll try the curveball here on Brennan Bosch. And it works. Strikes him out with it. Ended up in the dirt. Kept it low. And it's 5 strikeouts for Clay Buchholz. 2 down.
Second strikeout that Buchholz has got tonight on the curveball. He got Avila on the curveball back in the third inning. And now gets Bosch on the breaking ball here in the fourth inning.
2 down in the fourth. And Miguel Cabrera coming up. He grounded out to second base in the second. To right field down the line, and this will get in the fair ball. Over to play it is Mike Cameron, but headed towards second is Cabrera. Cameron dropped it, but Cabrera was going to get to second base anyway, and there's the first hit of the night for the Tigers. It's a 2-out double for Miguel Cabrera.
Well, Cabrera, a guy that can use the whole field, an inside-out swing that time, right down the right field line, just in fair territory. Bounces off the wall, no fan interference. A little bobble out here by Cameron, but that's going to be a double anyway for Cabrera. So the Tigers have a man in scoring position with 2 outs.
And 2 down, Cabrera at second base, and Victor Martinez coming up. Victor grounding out to second base in the second inning. In the dirt, ball 1. No doubt, Red Sox, from a batting average standpoint, catching wise, have really missed Victor Martinez, a guy who puts up very good offensive numbers. .317 average for Victor Martinez himself this year, although he's been DHing. Red Sox core of Jason Varitek, Jared Saltalamacchia have had a tough beginning to this year. A 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. Jason Varitek hitting at .183 so far this year, and Jared Saltalamacchia at .217. They shared time doing the catching in Victor's absence. 70th pitch of the night for Clay Buchholz. And it's inside, 2-1.
See the patches on the sleeve of the Detroit Tigers, Sparky 11. Of course, Sparky Anderson passing away last November. And the Tigers honoring him with the patch on their sleeves this season.
Spin move for Buchholz off the backside. Of course, Sparky Anderson winning the World Series, 2 different teams and 2 different leagues. He's not afraid to change pitchers on occasion also.
Just walk out, put his hand out, and expected that ball to be in his hand. We don't want to talk about it. Just put the ball in my hand.
Captain Hook, is that what they call him?
Yeah.
American League Manager of the Year in '84 and '87. 2-1 pitch to Victor Martinez is in the air to right. Struck well. Cameron on the move. Mike Cameron into the slide to make the catch on the wet surface in right. He hauls it in. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score. When you want to hear the latest news and information on your favorite baseball team any time of the day or night, put your radio on the WEI Sports Radio Network. It's the home for Dennis and Callahan. And every weekday morning at 6 and also seen right here on NESN. Last half of the fourth inning at a rainy, chilly Fenway Park tonight. All bundled up but having a good time here at the yard. Top of the Red Sox order, Jacoby Ellsbury, Dustin Pedroia, and Adrian Gonzalez coming up. Phil Koch has given up 2 hits, but each inning he's given up a hit. The Tigers defense has followed it up with a double play to erase that runner. And a 1-2-3 third inning. Ellsbury struck out back in the first inning in his first look at Phil Koch. This is back at Koch. Quickly, spryly grabbing it, flipping underhanded to first. The first out of the fourth inning.
Right back through the middle, and it always helps for a pitcher when they get that high bounce. And then he'll run it halfway to first base before the underhand flip to Cabrera.
One out in the fourth inning for Dustin Pedroia, who singled in the first inning. One of 2 hits off Phil Koch, the other belonging to Kevin Youkilis. There's strike one from Koch. Another strike going to Pedroia was also down 0-2 his first time up. He was able to get a base hit. Good numbers against Koch in his career. Of course, Koch doing the majority of that work out of the pen. Tonight marks just his 9th start. This one fouled off. The Tigers starting pitchers have a 2.75 ERA over the last 31 games. Tied for the lead in the American League with 18 wins this season as a staff. Tied for second in quality starts with 27. Jim Leland's team. Overall, the bullpen has not been as good as the starting staff, and together they have a 4.06 ERA. It's just a tad better than the Red Sox. This is on the ground up the middle. Ranging is Peralta. Bobble, and Pedroia will reach. Well, one thing the Tigers have not done well is defend. They are 11th in the American League in fielding percentage coming in. And they charge Peralta with an error.
Interesting scoring call, because conditions are so bad right now that sometimes it's difficult to hand out an error on a play like that. It's certainly not a routine play. But that will go as an error, and that will be number 2 on the season for Peralta.
One out, one on, and Adrian Gonzalez coming up. Bounced into a 4-6-3 double play in the first inning. This one rolled foul.
My feeling on that one, Don, is even if he comes up with it, I think he's going to have a hard time throwing Pedroia out at first base.
Back to the bag at first. He was at first when Adrian bounced into a 4-6-3 double play to end the first inning. 7 out of 9 in stolen bases so far in the season. Leads have not been large, but Koch trying to keep them close. To Adrian Gonzalez. And a ground ball foul. Got it tied up inside and fouls it off over by the Red Sox dugout.
Adrian Gonzalez leading the majors in the month of May with 8 home runs and 22 runs batted in. Euclid will be next. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fouled straight back. 93 in the fastball from Koch. 0-2 still.
This kind of has to be a thrill for Koch to, come into the starting rotation after spending so much time in the bullpen and getting an opportunity to be a starter at the major league level.
168th career appearance, but only his 9th start as a starter in the minor league. 77 starts in the minors. This is back at him. A chance for another double play. Throws it high, but they're still going to be able to turn it. It's coming down on the bag. Nicely done. The 3rd double play grounded into by the Red Sox. No score for Fenway. Okay, we are going to need a run. Scoreless as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Johnny Peralta is coming up. Peralta, Avila, and Rayburn. The bat here in the top of the 5th inning against Clay Buchholz. Through the first 4, has thrown 71 pitches. Peralta struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. 5 Ks so far for Clay Buchholz in the game. He's given up just 1 hit, the double by Miguel Cabrera. Well, Clay has been pitching very well. The pitch count very high as he starts the 5th inning. And it's outside for ball 1. Infield straight away. Peralta hitting up over 300. Started the night at 305. It's been a very good year for him, and punches at that. For a strike, according to first base umpire Gary Cederstrom. 1-1.
That sinking fastball again, down and in on Peralta, and clearly making an attempt to swing at that.
Outside on the fastball, and it's 2-1. The month of May has been great for Clay Buchholz. 3-0 with a 1.93 earned run average. 3 starts this month. swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
What a great change up there by Buchholz. 2-1 count. As a hitter, you're expecting something straight, something fast. Instead, you get that change up from Buchholz, and Johnny Peralta out in front of it.
Tried to bust him in, and he fouls it off. Eastern Bank is teaming up with Adrian and Betsy Gonzalez to help local families by donating $1,000 for every home run Adrian hits this season to select Habitat for Humanity affiliates in Eastern Massachusetts. 2-2, the count to Johnny Peralta. Leads off the top half of the 5th inning. And fouls one off to the right, out of play. Alex Avila waiting on deck. Ryan Rayburn to follow here in the 5th inning. Down low, ball 3, and it's a full count. Johnny Peralta, 28 years of age, and of course his first 7 seasons in the majors came as a member of the Cleveland Indians. 24 home runs in 05, 23, and 08. It's a ground ball at Jed Lowry at shortstop. 1 down. We had the chance to talk to Terry Francona between innings, and our conversation started with his starting pitcher tonight, Clay Buchholz.
He looks, his stuff is sharp. He's throwing his fastball, his changeup. Again, as he gets into the groove, you'll see less walks and you'll see more success.
Victor Martinez on the other side tonight, of course, one of the most popular Red Sox players the last couple of seasons, but now the enemy, and a nice play made up by Mike Cameron out there.
Yeah, he sure did. And I don't know, Victor, we like Victor, but we love his kid. I think his kid's the most popular kid in the American League.
All right, Tito, thanks very much.
All right, guys.
No doubt one of Terry Francona's favorite clubhouse kids, Victor Martinez's son, who is here every day.
Victor Jose, he came into the clubhouse today to visit Tito and the rest of the Red Sox. He had a Tiger hat on, and he took a little ribbing for that.
Alex Avila struck out in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. Red Sox play for Avila to pull. Ellsbury, the center fielder, step or 2 towards right center. Waiting on a 1-0 from Clay Buchholz. And it's inside, 2-0. He's walked only 1, and he's gone deep in the count to a lot of hitters so far tonight. And he's fallen behind Avila, 2-0. In the air to left center, struck well. Ellsbury on the run. This will get back quickly and one-hop the wall. Ellsbury plays the carom, and Avila to second base standing with a 1-out double. Second hit of the night for the Tigers, and it's their second double.
That double to right field by Cabrera, now toward left center field. Fastball down in the zone, not a bad pitch, did have quite a bit of the plate, and Avila takes it down toward the Hyundai sign before Jacoby Ellsbury gets it back in.
So 1 out, and Avila at second base for Ryan Rayburn. Grounded out to first base in the 3rd inning. Tigers left a man on in the 3rd, left a man on in the 4th inning. Runner at second, 1 down, a 1-0. In the air to left center. shallow as Ellsbury makes his way in. Still coming as the wind knocks it down. 2 down.
The Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance, it's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. And 5 strikeouts so far in the game from Clay Buchholz, sinking fastball. Another fastball for a strikeout. He'll get Peralta on a cut fastball. And then a couple of curveballs doing the honors.
So 2 down, Avila at second base. And Brandon Inge standing in on the right side. The chance here for the Tigers to break on top of the runner in scoring position. Inge goes towards right center field, but Cameron quickly moves over and makes the catch that ends the inning. Again, the Tigers leave a runner in scoring position. Halfway through this one, no score from Fenway. Time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow night brings us one of the game's best pitching matchups. Tigers ace Justin Verlander threw a no-hitter earlier this month. He'll battle Josh Beckett, who's yet to allow a run in 3 May starts. Our live coverage starts tomorrow night at 5:30, live from Yawkey Way, right here on NESN. Beckett will be ready to go here in the second game of the series. Should be outstanding as a marquee pitching matchup tomorrow night. Right now, pretty good pitching matchup as we play into the bottom of the 5th inning without a score. Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz, and Jed Lowry to face Phil Koch, who has given up 1 hit. Check that, 2 hits. He gave up a single to Pedroia in the first and single to the man at the plate in the second inning. And Kevin Youkilis, the other base runner, reached on an error. He has 2 strikeouts along the way. And his pitch count much more manageable. 48 pitches as he works to the first batter of the 5th. As that's strike 1-1. His last outing, no decision, 5 2/3, gave up 2 runs. This is in the air to right as Bosch in then back to make the catch for the first out of the 5th inning. Youkilis retired and Big Papi coming up. Phil Koch has not thrown over 100 pitches this season. He's thrown 94 and 97. Otherwise, everything's been under 90. There's one out in the fifth, and David Ortiz, who lined very hard to Miguel Cabrera at first base, and Cabrera promptly turned it into a double play. Outside 2-0.
The Tigers go into the all-familiar David Ortiz shift with the second baseman Sizemore well out on the outfield grass.
Ortiz hits a fly ball to right field. Brennan Bosch in again, and he makes the catch. 2 down. This week's all-new Ultimate Red Sox show with Heidi Watney, presented by Arbella Insurance, features Peter Gammons with Jose Iglesias, the Tigers' Justin Verlander, strange Sox wins from the 1986 season, and much more. Catch the Ultimate Red Sox show Sunday at noon. 2 down in the fifth inning for Jed Lowry. Flied out to right field in the second inning, 0 for 1. Brennan Bosch in right has been very busy. He is got 4 putouts out there in right field so far, and 2 this inning. And the catch on Lowry's fly out in the second. Jared Saltalamacchia's fly out in the third, and both Youkilis and Ortiz have gone to his direction twice in this inning. Skips in 1-1.
Now still foggy here at Fenway, but it looks like it's lifted a little bit over the last inning or so, making it a little bit easier to pick up the baseball, those high fly balls.
This is lined into right center field, a base hit. Jed Lowry picks up the Red Sox third hit of the night. It's a 2-out single. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Eastern Bank. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game is just some of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. A 2-out single for Jed Lowry. And it brings up Mike Cameron. Grounded out to the shortstop, Johnny Peralta, in the third inning. He's 0 for 1. Cameron takes strike 1. Cameron's 11th start of the year for the Red Sox. He had started Saturday night at New York. 9 of those starts have come against left-handed starters as Koch bluffs, and Lowry makes his way back to the bag at first.
Quick little step off that time by Phil Koch, with really no intentions of throwing to first base unless he had trapped Lowry.
Now he does throw, and Lowry is easily back to the bag. Lowry 0 for 1 this season. It's a fly ball out towards center field. Austin Jackson moving back to make the catch shy of the track that ends the fifth. We played 5 from Fenway. Still no score. Tomorrow night, come out and watch the Red Sox battle the Tigers with a great pitching matchup of Josh Beckett and Justin Verlander. Tickets are available in a variety of seat locations for the game. And don't forget, you can always get last-minute tickets to every Red Sox games at Day of the Game ticket window located at Gate E on Lansdowne Street. Day of the Game ticket window is open 90 minutes before each game, so line up early. Visit redsox.com or come down to the park to get your tickets today. Clay Buchholz starting this 6th inning in a scoreless contest from Fenway Park. Austin Jackson, Scott Sizemore, Brendan Bosch in the inning. And swing and a miss, 0-2.
Another good changeup, very good changeup from Clay Buchholz.
The 0-2 is outside, 1-2. Austin Jackson has struck out and grounded out in 2 at-bats against Clay Buchholz. The 1-2 is fouled back into the seats. Scott Sizemore will be next. Austin Jackson waiting on a 1-2 pitch from Clay Buchholz, who has 5 strikeouts on the night. And it's up high, 2-2. Red Sox coming in 2.5 games back of the Tampa Bay Rays atop the American League East. The Yankees in between the Red Sox and Rays. And the Yankees have a 1-0 lead tonight in the 7th inning at Camden Yards in Baltimore. Here's a high fly ball to deep left field. Crawford going back in front of the wall, and it's going to be off the wall. Crawford plays the carom, but not before Austin Jackson has the 3rd double of the night for the Detroit Tigers.
All 3 hits in the ball game, doubles now. That's the changeup again, but that time it stays middle in, and Jackson thought maybe he had enough for a home run. Right on top of the scoreboard out there, and the leadoff double for Jackson here in the 6th inning.
The pitching line is brought to you by Ace Ticket. And Clay Buchholz, 5+ innings, 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks, and he's thrown 91 pitches as he works here with nobody out in the 6th inning. A lot of pitches early, through 55 through the first 3 innings.
Tigers have sacrificed more than anybody in the league.
And Sizemore looked like he was getting ready to square, as Buchholz bluffed off the backside, sending Jackson back to the bag. Struck out and grounded out, and squaring and gets it down. Buchholz quickly grabs it, fires to first, and the sacrifice complete as Austin Jackson takes 3rd base.
Pretty good job there by Sizemore on a tough pitch to bunt. Looked like that ball was down and in, and he's able to get the hands in and get the barrel of the bat on the ball and still deaden enough to get the job done. It was back at Buchholz, but the only play he had was to first base. And now the Red Sox pull the infield in with the 1 out.
So 1 down. Jackson at 3rd base. Brennan Bosch, the batter, flied out to center field in the 1st inning. Struck out swinging in the 4th inning. And this one tap foul, jumping after that first pitch. Tigers have had their chances. They had Cabrera at 2nd base with 2 down in the 4th after he doubled. Victor Martinez lined out to end the inning. Then with 1 out, Alex Avila was at 2nd base Rayburn flied out, Inge flied out. They left him there. Now they have Jackson at third with 1 out in the 6th inning. Elevates and Bosch chases. The pitch was up and it's 0-2.
He started him with a curveball. Now he goes up and out of the zone with a cut fastball, and Bosch can't stay off it. That ball was about shoulder high.
Infield in all the way around with Jackson at third. The 0-2 is up high. Try to get him to chase again. It's something up. 1-2.
And shown he'd been a little bit impatient with that man at third base, so they try to get him to chase that high fastball again.
Buchholz has reached his average. He works here with 1 out in the 6th inning. In tight, 2-2 now to Bosch. Bosch now, Miguel Cabrera waiting on deck. Doesn't get any easier here in this Tigers order as they threaten in the top half of the 6th inning. Trying to come in on Bosch. The 2-2 pitch is in, but too far inside. Full count.
Now the crowd didn't like it, but it looked like a good call.
Austin Jackson at third base, 1 down in the 6th inning. A 3-2 pitch coming to Brennan Bosch. Bosch pops it up. Infield was in, so ducking back is Pedroia, and he'll make the catch for the 2nd out. 2 down. Bosch cannot get it done for the Tigers.
What a great job there by Buchholz early in the count, taking advantage of a guy that's a little bit impatient with the man at third base. And then on the 3-2 count, the changeup from Buchholz. And you can see the off-balance swing by Bosch. The result, the little pop-up to second base.
So 2 down, and Miguel Cabrera, the batter. Chance here to do some damage with Jackson at third base. And the breaking ball for strike 1 over the outside corner. He's got 12 hits in his last 19 at bats, with runners in scoring position, and overall at 484 as he tries to deliver yet another. 100th pitch of the night for Clay Buchholz. And it's on the ground at third base. Youkilis has got it, crossed the diamond. Buchholz gets out of the jam. So the Tigers lead Jackson at third, 5.5 ton, no score from Fenway. Last half of the sixth inning at Fenway Park as the Red Sox and Tigers are scoreless. Tigers have threatened a few times and have not been able to score. They have left 4 men on base and 3 in scoring position. Meanwhile, the Red Sox have not had a base runner reach second base yet as Crawford takes the breaking ball for ball 1. Phil Koch, as I mentioned, has not gone up over 100 pitches yet this season. This is pitch number 60 for him. And that's a strike, 1-1, and there is action in the pen. Joaquin Benoit, the big signing for the Tigers during the offseason. Of course, spending a great year last year, setting up for Rafael Soriano and the Tampa Bay Rays. And Benoit kind of set the market for relievers during the offseason as he signed a big 3-year contract, and it was all of a sudden guys getting money and years for middle to late relief. And there are a lot of good relievers available last year. A lot of them got good deals, but it started with Joaquin Benoit and the Tigers. 1-2 and a flailing strike 3 as Crawford swings, second strikeout. He's had a real tough time with Phil Koch tonight.
Yeah, once Koch gets ahead of him, he just throws the breaking ball off the plate, and Crawford's been chasing it. Strikeout both times tonight for Crawford on the breaking ball.
1 out in the 6th inning, and Jared Saltalamacchia bats, who fly to right field in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. Off balance cut, and it's 0-1 as Koch changes up. See the mist falling here at Fenway Park as it has all night. And as it stays a mist, certainly can play through this. Off the end of the bat, foul, 0-2. Arbor Coat exterior stain by Benjamin Moore, a revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer.
And you need that stain with all the water that we've had recently.
That's a great point. 0-2 is strike 3 to Saltalamacchia. Back-to-back strikeouts for Koch, 4 in all. And there's 2 down here in the 6th inning.
He made that look easy, didn't he? Back-to-back changeups to Saltalamacchia, then the fastball on the inside part of the plate for the strikeout. So changeups away, fastball inside corner.
Two down in the 6th inning. Back up top for Jacoby Ellsbury, who's 0 for 2. Struck out in the 1st inning, grounded back to Koch in the 4th inning. There is strike 1. Koch coming in with just a 1-5 record, a 4.54 ERA. Red Sox have had a tough time though with left-handed starters. They have not really been able to do anything with Phil Koch tonight. He has surrendered 3 hits in the game, a single for Youkilis, a single for Pedroia, and a single for Lowry. A couple plays have been big as the Tigers have turned 3. This is caught at second base by Sizemore. Time the leap and makes the catch to rob Ellsbury of a base hit. We're scoreless through 6 innings. Top half of the 7th inning back at a wet Fenway Park. Kind of a drizzle all night here as we play into the 7th. And it's Victor Martinez leading it off against Clay Buchholz, who is in an even 100 pitches as he starts this 7th inning. Victor Martinez, Johnny Peralta, Alex Avila scheduled to bat in the inning. Victor Martinez in his return tonight has grounded out to second base and lined out to right. Tigers had 3 hits in the game, all doubles. Miguel Cabrera, Alex Avila, and Austin Jackson. Tigers have left 4 men on base through the first 6 innings. In there for a strike, 1-1. Stayed inside so far against Victor Martinez. On the ground to first base, Gonzalez will gobble it up and take it to the bag for the first out of the 7th inning. Let's check in with Heidi.
Well, Don, you guys were talking about how Victor Martinez really sees himself as a catcher. He said it's hard adjusting being a DH, but he said he enjoys his time when he does get to catch. He also said he enjoys being a part of the Tigers organization, especially recently when they've been winning.
You know, every team is going to struggle at some point. We had it early in the season, and you know we've been playing pretty good as a team, and things just start to turning around, you know, a little better. We have a great young team with a lot of talent, and also they have, you know, they're young with experience, and that's what makes this team tough.
Well, Victor Martinez enjoying his time right now with the Tigers, and really they're a pretty good ball club coming into this season. Really, I think a lot of people thought they may be at the top of this division, but it's been the Cleveland Indians so far, off to a very good start. Indians have won 3 games in a row, and 5 games separate the Indians and the Tigers at the moment. And a very good starting pitching. Here to have pretty good offense. You got Miguel Cabrera hitting in the middle of the lineup, Victor Martinez after him, and with 1 out here in the 7th inning is Johnny Peralta, who is 0 for 2 in the game. He is struck out swinging and grounded out to shortstop. Two and one. It's up high, 3-1. Clay Buchholz allowed just 1 earned run in each of his last 3 starts coming in. He's not giving up a run tonight through 6 1/3 innings. His 3-1 pitch is going to hit him. Up and in on Peralta, and he hits him. So 1 out base runner now for the Tigers.
Now Buchholz trying to come inside with the fastball. So far inside it gets Peralta right off the elbow, it looks like, where he does have some padding.
With the home plate umpire Fielding Culbreth too on the ricochet. So with 1 out, 1 on, action in the Red Sox pen. Matt Albers starts to warm up, and he just did get up. Alex Avila is coming up. He's got 1 of the 3 Tigers hits tonight, a double in the 5th inning after he struck out back in the 3rd. Check on Peralta, who dives back to the bag safely.
Well, Peralta does not have a steal so far in the season. He has been caught 1 time.
Avila chops it through the right side into right field. As Peralta will take second base, Cameron gets it back in. And runners are at first and second now with one down. It's time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. We are scoreless here at Fenway Park. Tigers are threatening again with one out in the seventh inning. They had two men on. Peralta at second base, Avila at first base, and Ryan Rayburn is the batter. He is 0 for 2 against Clay Buchholz in the game. He's grounded out to first and flied out to center. And takes a hack at the first offering for strike one. .110 now for Clay Buchholz, who has equaled his season high. And again, he did that in his last outing at New York. 7 innings, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits. Fouled off to the left and out of play. Down 0-2.
Rayburn a little upset with himself that time. He got a high changeup from Clay Buchholz and was out in front of it and pulled it foul.
Two on, one away, top of the seventh inning. Fog is rolling back in again. Might be the foggiest it's been tonight as an 0-2 pitch comes from Buchholz. Strike 3 call. Big strikeout for Clay Buchholz, his 6th of the night. 2 down.
Well, Rayburn is going to argue about that one. That was a nasty pitch there from Clay Buchholz. Unhittable. Two strikes. I guess you have to be prepared to swing at that. But that was a nasty pitch by Buchholz.
2 down, 2 on, and here's Brandon Inge. Inside, ball 1.
Johnny Peralta at second base didn't think it was a strike.
Up top, ball 2, 2-0. Inge walked in the third inning, flied out to right in the fifth. In there for a strike, 2-1.
No straight fastball that time on the 2-0 count from Buchholz. The cut fastball.
Buchholz going further than he has at any point this year. The pitch count up to 115. Top of the Tigers order waiting on deck in Austin Jackson. There's a 2-1 to Brandon Inge. Swing and a miss. Fooled him badly on the change. 2-2.
Done that so many times tonight where it's been the hitter's count, and Buchholz has come with the changeup and got that kind of swing off balance.
Swing, and Inge got a piece. Able to barely stay alive. Two down, Peralta at second base, Avila at first base. Buchholz ready with a 2-2 pitch. Inge gets hit on a pitch inside. Tried to come in. And comes all the way in to hit him to load the bases. Second batter. Buchholz is hit in the inning.
Both have been right-handed batters. Both have been fastballs inside.
They're going to stick with him, but Kurt Young's going to come out first and talk it over in a bases loaded 2-out situation, and Austin Jackson coming up.
Fastball coming inside to Inge. Gets him right off the forearm, it looked like. And that will load the bases for the Tigers with 2 outs.
So 2 down, bases loaded. Austin Jackson had a double off Clay Buchholz in his last at bat in the 6th inning. One of 4 hits given up by Buchholz on the night. And again, the Tigers threaten. They've left 4 men on through the first 6 innings. Now they've got him loaded. And there's strike 1 over the outside corner. Ball and a strike to Austin Jackson. Jackson, who has struck out once tonight, has struck out 52 times now in the year, setting the pace in the American League and atop this Tigers order. A 1-1 from Clay Buchholz. In the dirt and picked by Saltalamacchia on a hop. It's 2-1.
Nice play there by Jared Saltalamacchia to keep that ball from going to the backstop. Turns the glove over, is able to catch it on 1 bounce. Save the run.
Jackson 1 for 3 with the bases loaded this year. 2 for 9 in his career. Peralta, Avila, and Inge. Jackson with a swing and a miss. 2-2. That one was by him.
Right back to the cut fastball for Clay Buchholz.
Jackson stays alive, sends it foul off to the right as he gets a piece of the 92-mile-an-hour fastball. .123 pitches right now for Clay Buchholz. His previous high had been 110, and that was in his last outing. Cannot get on the same page with Saltalamacchia. Went through the signs twice, and now Jared headed out.
Yeah, way too important a situation here to be shaking off, shaking off. Let's get together. Let's figure out what we want to throw.
It's a bases loaded situation with 2 down in the 7th inning for the Detroit Tigers. And a 2-2 pitch coming to Austin Jackson. Jackson fouls off another. This is now a career high for Clay Buchholz in pitches thrown. It surpasses the no-hitter that he threw against the Orioles back in 07. Threw 115 pitches that night. It's 125 coming here. A 2-2 pitch. Inside, full count. Everybody will be moving now. Peralta at third base, Avila at second base, Inge at first, 2 down. Everybody off on the 3-2 pitch to Austin Jackson. Swinging a foul, 94, still throwing hard, but Jackson gets a piece.
Yeah, right there, Clay Buchholz hoping that was his final pitch. He got it up there at 94 miles an hour, but a tough at bat put on here by Jackson.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at bat. Again, it's Peralta, Avila, and Inge. And the rain has started to come down pretty hard now at Fenway. The 3-2 pitch to Austin Jackson. Jackson strikes out. He went around. They check and he did. Buchholz out of the jam. 7th inning stretch. Still scoreless from Fenway Park. Let's check in with your Need to Know with Nesson Daily, presented by Sunlight Financial. Here's Jade McCarthy. Uno's with TC, Peter, and Heidi at 6 p.m. You get a preview of the Bruins Game 3 in Tampa and the Boston Globe's Michael Vega will bring you the latest Red Sox and MLB news. It's all coming up tomorrow night. Our live coverage begins at 5:30 live from Yawkey Way, only on Nesson. The rain coming down pretty hard right now as Clay Buchholz gets out of a bases-loaded jam in the 7th inning. He strikes out Austin Jackson to end the inning. Now 7 strikeouts for him, and he's thrown 127 pitches, but gets the K when he needs it.
And Austin Jackson helping out a high fastball that was probably not a strike, but he can't control the head of the bat and gets the bad news from the first base umpire. Jim Leland didn't like the call. Clay Buchholz did.
They came out and worked on the field in between innings. The grounds crew working on the mound, home plate, and around the bases as the rain continues to fall here. They elected not to put the tarp on, which is good news so far, but it is raining pretty hard here at Fenway Park as Phil Koch gets ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. Dustin Pedroia leading it off and hitting a fly ball to right. But Bosch moving back, and he makes the catch. Bosch has been busy in right field and makes the running grab out there for the first out.
Yeah, he's had to fight a lot of elements out there tonight. Wind, fog, and now rain. That ball hit pretty well by Dustin Pedroia to the opposite field. Very well, as a matter of fact. But Bosch back to the warning track to make the play.
5 putouts in right field for him tonight, and 1 down to the 7th inning. Red Sox have action in their pen. Daniel Bard is up now as Albers is sat down. Buchholz able to get through the 7th inning. Pitch 70 from Koch is in there for strike 1. Adrian Gonzalez is hit into 2 double plays. Grounding into second base in the 1st and then grounding back to the mound in the 4th. Wouldn't be a bad time for Adrian to go deep.
I agree with you, Don.
Forecast is
especially
not
with the rain
best.
falling the way it is right now.
Of the 20 different forecasts we heard tonight, one is that once this starts, it's not going to stop.
Oh,
and it started.
It'll eventually stop at some point.
This is right at the shortstop Peralta, who's camped out around the bag at second. There's a line defensive perfectly, and there's 2 down. Join Boston's business and sports leaders as they explore the impact of sports on the economy. Register today for the May 25th Boston Business Breakfast at eventmanagement.org/New England. The New England weather is not being kind right now. There are 2 outs in the 7th inning. Evan Youkilis singled in the 2nd, flied out to right in the 5th. Youkilis takes ball 1. Lost in the outing by Buchholz has been the fine work tonight of Phil Koch. He's given up only 3 hits through 6 2/3 innings, and no one for the Red Sox has reached second base yet in this game. Cederstrom, the crew chief of this crew. There's a 2-0 pitch. It's up high, ball 3. Nicholas with a base hit back in the 2nd, extending his hitting streak to 6 games. And he'll take a walk with 2 down in the inning. It's just the first walk given up by Koch of his outing. Comes David Ortiz. Jim Leyland getting his defense lined up here into a shift.
Trying to get the attention of his first baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
And Poppy 0 for 2. Well, he fouls it straight back, taking a rip at that first pitch.
What Leyland was telling Cabrera at first base is don't come bouncing off the bag. You know, just stay there. He doesn't want a ball hit right down the line that could carry down in the corner. So you'll see Cabrera come off the bag and just basically stand right next to it.
He was perfectly aligned on a hot shot and a line drive from Ortiz in the 2nd inning. Made the catch and turned it into a quick double play. Ortiz pops it up into shallow right. Out goes the second baseman, Sizemore. And Sizemore makes the catch over the shoulder with his back to the plate out in shallow right center. What a catch by Scott Sizemore to end the 7th inning. We head to the 8th, no score. Turn to Frank Webb's Bath Centers, the showrooms of FW Webb. Find a showroom near you at frankwebb.com. No score as we head to the 8th. Grounds crew out there once again working on the field as the rain continues to fall here at Fenway Park. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. The pitcher is Daniel Bard, who comes in after 7 innings from Clay Buchholz. 7 shutout innings at that. 21st appearance for Bard, an 0-3 record, 3.00 earned run average. Struck out 20 batters in 21 innings. And opponents only mustering a 194 average against him. Rain is really coming down now. They're going to pull the target. One pitch from Bard, and it is raining harder now than it has all night. Well, we were fearful that this would take place. They were expecting this to start earlier in the evening, but it took some time and into the 8th inning tonight.
Well, they tried everything, Don. They tried to doctor that infield as much as they possibly could, but now the rain's just become too hard to continue to play this game. So the ground crew will get their work in as they have to roll out that very heavy top, which has been soaked by being on the field for the last couple of days.
Well, Clay Buchholz, very good again tonight.
Yeah, he really was. He had great stuff in this game. Got out of a couple of jams. A man on third with 1 out in the 6th inning. And of course, that bases loaded jam in the 7th inning. But outstanding stuff again by Buchholz, and just matched by Phil Koch tonight. Great pitcher performance on both sides.
Well, scoreless here from Fenway Park. We'll step aside and come back with more as we are now in the midst of a rain delay. First pitch of the 8th inning to Scott Sizemore when the rains came here, and our rain delay started, and it is really foggy out there right now here at Fenway Park as the relievers make their way back out to the pens here for the Red Sox and the Tigers. And a look at the outfield at the moment. The good news is that the hard stuff has subsided for now, and at the moment it's just kind of a mist falling here at Fenway, and Bard to be dealing with Scott Sizemore, who he had missed for ball 1-2 to begin this 8th inning. Crew chief is Gary Cederstrom, who's alongside home plate umpire Fielding Culbreth, and they decided to put the tarp on. Really had to. It was raining as hard as it has all night.
Yeah, they really had no choice. It started to really come down hard, and they had to put the tarp on. Fortunately, for not that long. That's one of the shortest rain delays I can remember. So fortunately, we'll be playing baseball here very shortly as soon as Daniel Bard is loose and ready to go.
A little bit after 9:30, they put the tarp on the field, so somewhere in the range of a 20-minute rain delay here at Fenway Park. And Bard with his warm-up tosses here to Jared Saltalamacchia to get ready for the 8th. It has been a lot of chances tonight for the Tigers, who have been unable to score, and all that was against Clay Buchholz until this inning, as they have stranded a total of 7 men on base, and that includes the bases loaded in the 7th. Here we go in the 8th, the count of 1-0 to Scott Sizemore, as Daniel Bard gets ready to deal with him here in the 8th inning. That's in there for strike one. 1-1. Good that it was only 20 minutes, as Bard is able to come right back here for the Red Sox after he got all warmed up and threw one pitch. But the shortness and nature of this rain delay gives him the option to bring him back, and it's 2 quick strikes, 1 and 2. A 1-2 pitch to Scott Sizemore. Just missing, and it's 2 and 2.
Sizemore made a great play to end last inning against David Ortiz, the over-the-shoulder catch. Sliding in that wet grass in the outfield. Fine play by Sizemore.
2-2. That is fouled off. There is action for the Tigers in their pen. Double-barreled at that. Daniel Schlereth and Ryan Perry, a lefty and a right-hander. Phil Koch threw 78 pitches in the first 7 innings, and of course they were shut out. Red Sox only able to muster 3 hits and nobody. But Boston has reached second base in the game. Sizemore takes ball 3. Field straight away on Scott Sizemore, leading it off in the 8th. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled off to the right. We'll do it again.
97 on that last fastball from Daniel Bard.
It is pretty foggy out there right now. Before we had trouble seeing the Prue, now we're having trouble seeing Jacoby Ellsbury. 3-2 is on the ground, foul outside of first. There's Brennan Bosch waiting on deck, then Miguel Cabrera expected here in the 8th. Swung a foul. 96 that time from Bard. Full count still. Sizemore strikes out. Bard gets him to begin the 8th.
Now back to the fastball for Daniel Bard at 97. This one about letter high and no contact for Sizemore.
One out in the 8th, and Brennan Bosch, the batter. Bosch had a chance with a runner at third and one out in the 6th inning, but he popped out. He is 0 for 3 in the game and down the count 0-1. Buchholz had 7 Ks while he was in there. Bard has 1, so 8 strikeouts for Red Sox pitching in the contest. Ball 1, 1-1. Bosch now, Cabrera next as the Tigers bat here in the 8th. And it's down and in, 2-1. Yankees and Orioles are playing in extra innings now at Camden Yards. They're in the 11th inning, game tied 1-1. Here's a 2-1 to Brennan Bosch. Fouled off, and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. And the breaking ball looked very good, but it is ball 3.
Yeah, Bard tried to go back door with that breaking ball, trying to pick up the outside corner. I'm not sure it was designed to go out there, but just missed up. Looked like Salt Lamakia wanted it down and in.
Bosch gets jammed and fouls it off. 3-2 still. Jim Leyland and the Tigers here for 2 days. Night 1 is scoreless in the 8th with 1 out. On the ground to Pedroia at second base, on to first for out number 2. The game summary is brought to you by Xfinity, and it has all been about pitching in this game tonight. Clay Buchholz, 7 shutout innings. He strikes out 7 along the way and throws a career high 127 pitches in his outing. Phil Koch on the other side has gone the first 7 innings in this game, and Koch has not given up a run. He's allowed a total of 3 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts for him, and nobody for the Red Sox has been to second base. Koch only had 78 pitches, but of course the rain delay. And they have double-barreled action in the pen. 2 outs in the 8th. Miguel Cabrera takes ball 1. This is in the air to right as Cameron looks up into the fog. Didn't see it. Now he does and makes the catch. That was an adventure. Being right, but he makes the grab, and it is 7.5 in the books. No score. I'll remind you about Red Sox final after the game. Join Tom Caron and Peter Gammons. A complete post-game reaction, including Terry Francona's press conference from the press room. Granite State Electric's Red Sox final coming up after the game. Well, the scoreless here to the last half of the 8th inning. New pitcher coming up at first. Fielding Culberth has called down Gator Severstrom, the crew chief. Ryan Perry is the new pitcher for the Tigers. His 11th appearance, 7.88 earned run average. He was on the DL for a while. He had an infected eye back on April the 5th and had an injury rehab assignment. Was reinstated. I'm not sure what this is about. Jed Lowry to lead it off here in the 8th. Lowry flied out to right in the 2nd inning, single to center in the 5th. 1 for 2. And he takes ball 1 high. Phil Koch tonight, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs. He walked the batter, struck out 4. He will not be part of the decision tonight. 2 very good starts, Clay Buchholz and Phil Koch. There is a 1-0. And a swing and a miss up top. Lowry goes up to chase it. Schlereth had been up last inning, continues to warm in the pen for the Tigers. The Red Sox get their closer ready. Lowry grounds it softly to second base. Sizemore throws him out. 1 down. I told you it's foggy here at Fenway Park, and Mike Cameron had all kinds of trouble on this flyout.
Quite an adventure out there for Cameron as he lost the baseball. He looks up, puts his arms out, then finally picks it up and is able to come in to make the catch for the final out of the inning.
Rain falling again here at Fenway Park. 1 out in the last of the 8th. Cameron takes strike 1. Mike is grounded to short and flied out to center field. Another slider and it's grounded foul. 0-2. Back to back from Ryan Perry. Did he go? They check, and the answer is still waiting. He didn't go. Better late than never. 1-2.
Looked like a Tim Thomas save.
Down the right field line, Sizemore into foul ground, and he is able to make the catch. His second very good catch of this game. Nice concentration up against the wall.
I'll tell you, nothing has been easy in this game for infielders or outfielders but making the plays. Sizemore with a great play last inning to end the inning, makes another fine play here off Cameron.
So 2 down, and Crawford coming up as it'll be Jim Leland making a change here. Schlereth ready to go in the pen. It's scoreless from Fenway Park. 2 outs in the 8th. Ryan Perry is out of this game as he goes 2/3 of an inning, gets the 2 men he needed to, Lowry and Cameron, here in the 8th inning. And Jim Leland going back to his pen as he brings on Daniel Schlereth. 17th appearance, no record at 2.57 ERA. Worked in 14 innings, and he's actually walked more than he has struck out. It's sitting at 220 against Schlereth. There's a lefty in to face Carl Crawford. Had a tough time tonight against the lefty starter for the Tigers, Phil Koch, who struck out Crawford in the 3rd inning and then struck him out in the 6th inning. Steady rain falling in Fenway. Center fielder Austin Jackson towards left center. Big gap out there in right center field for Crawford. In tight, 2-0. Left-handed batters, 5 for 28 against Schlereth at 179. A 2-0 pitch. He is in there for a strike, 2-1. There's Jared Saltalamacchia waiting on deck with 2 outs in the 8th. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Crawford tardy on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, they've been staying away from him all night with breaking pitches. That time it's a fastball away from Crawford.
Joaquin Benoit was up much earlier in the game, and now Albuquerque. (2-2) to Carl Crawford. In the dirt, full count. Pitch to Carl Crawford. And there's ball 4. 2-out walk for Crawford. They'll bring Schlereth in to face the left-hander, and he walks him.
Again, trying to stay away from Crawford, but this time Crawford not biting. And out comes Jimmy Leland again. Well, with Crawford at first base, always that chance of a steal to get in the scoring position.
So 1 and done for Schlereth as Jim Leland back to the mound here. Yeah, maybe not. Schlereth was about to hand him the baseball and walk off, but then Jim Leland pushed him back up onto the mound here. He will leave him in the game.
With a lefty on the mound, it makes it a little bit more difficult for Crawford over at first base to get a jump.
He was ready to take off.
Yeah, he thought he was gone. Jimmy says, no, come back here.
Jared Saltalamacchia is flied out to right and struck out looking. Fouled off to the right, now to play. Down and in, 1-1. Phil Coke tonight, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs. He walked a batter and struck out 4. Ryan Perry came in, got the first 2 outs of this inning. And Ryan Sheriff comes in and walks first batter he faces. Now it is a count of 1-1. Crawford has not yet tried to steal. And they check on him now. Six out of 9 for Crawford so far in the season. Sheriff with a 1-1, and it's up top, ball 2, 2-1.
Well, if Crawford can get a jump, he may be going on this 2-1 count.
He flinched as if he was headed in that direction. He was able to get back to the bag at first. Red Sox batting here in the last of the 8th with 2 down. Crawford gains his lead at first. Here's a drive towards the gap in left center field. His ball is back and off the wall. Crawford is headed towards third. They're going to try and send him. The throw from center is not nearly in time, and the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead. Wall ball double for Jared Saltalamacchia, and the Red Sox grab the lead in the 8th.
Well, Jimmy Leland stays the left-hander, and Saltalamacchia gets a fastball that he's going to plant off that left field wall. No question it was going to be off the wall. No hesitation by Crawford as he is able to come all the way around from first base to score the run. So the 8 and 9 guys getting it done for the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. The 2-out walk to Crawford, the double by Saltalamacchia.
Saltalamacchia at second base, safe and secure. New York life. Now Jacoby Ellsbury as the Red Sox try to grab some insurance here in the 8th. Ellsbury 0 for 3 from the top spot in the order. Look out. Up and in, 2-0.
One ball, no strike. Not expecting the fastball up and in that situation, and a very late reaction there by Jacoby Ellsbury.
Looking on as he gets ready for the 9th, and it'll be Victor Martinez, Johnny Peralta, and Alex Avila expected to bat in the inning. There's strike 1 to Ellsbury. Schlereth walked Carl Crawford with 2 outs in the 8th inning. Wall ball double by Saltalamacchia to give the Red Sox the lead here in the 8th. And a 2-1 to Ellsbury. Look out, this one hits him. Again inside, and this one gets him. First one almost did, this one does.
That's just bad control right there as he hits Jacoby Ellsbury lefty against lefty. That's a guy he wants to get out, and instead hits him with a pitch.
Pitching change from Fenway Park with the Red Sox now on top 1-0. Red Sox on top 1-0 over the Tigers with 2 outs in the 8th inning, and it's time now for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast, and it is the wall ball double for Jared Saltalamacchia as he came to the bat with Crawford at first base and 2 down. He rattled it off the wall in left center. Frost Brew Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. So 2 down in the 8th. Runners at first and second. Now Albuquerque into the game now for the Tigers. He has not pitched in the last 8 days. His 11th appearance. No record of 3.46 ERA. He's walked 9, struck out 23 batters in 13 innings. Opponents hitting at just 116 against him. And Dustin Pedroia, the batter, with 2 down in the inning. There is strike 1. Schlereth came into the game, didn't get anybody out, faced 3 batters. Walked Crawford, gave up the go-ahead double. Jared Saltalamacchia that scored Crawford, then he hit Ellsbury. So faced 3 batters, didn't get anybody out. And is now on the hook. One and one.
Back-to-back sliders from Albuquerque to start off Dustin Pedroia.
On the ground to third base. Inge will tag the bag and end the inning, but the Red Sox have pulled ahead in the inning with a run. We head to the 9th, 1-0 Red Sox. Papelbon will be on. here tonight in Game 2.
Well, great job again by Clay Buck. Game, very high pitch count for Clay tonight, but it's nice to see Crawford and Saltalamacchia kick in toward the end of the game. The walk by Crawford, the double off the wall by Saltalamacchia. A couple of guys that have been having some problems, and they, get it done tonight for the Boston Red Sox and help them get this win.
Red Sox come away with a Game 1 victory. Game 2, Red Sox and Tigers will have it for you here on NESN. Now back to NESN Daily. I'm talking about the pitch of tomorrow. What? To WB Mason's Extra Innings Live with TC, Peter, and Heidi. Get the breakdown of Clay Buchholz's outing tonight, plus get the manager's perspective from the press room segment. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live. 1-0 Red Sox on top of the Tigers as we head to the 9th. Daniel Bard worked the 8th, had a 1-2-3/8 inning and had a strikeout. And the closer now on for Boston, and Jonathan Papelbon for the 9th inning. His 17th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 2.70 ERA, 7 out of 8 in save opportunities, and has struck out 21 batters, walked only 2. The opponent's hitting at .226 against Papelbon. Got Martinez, Peralta, and Avila coming up. Victor Martinez will get it started. Red Sox getting a big double from Jared Saltalamacchia to score Carl Crawford and to give the Red Sox this 1-0 advantage and a chance to win this first game of the series. And for the Red Sox, it would be their 5th game in a row if Papelbon can finish it out. Victor in his return to Boston, 0 for 3 in the game. He's grounded out, lined out, and grounded out again. Victor Martinez takes ball 1 inside. Papelbon got his 7th save of the year on Sunday night at New York. The 1-0. A sliced foul off to the left, 1-1.
First couple of fastballs from Papelbon at 94, 95 miles an hour to Victor Martinez.
Papelbon also had a save on Friday night at New York, so one Friday, one Sunday. And prior to Friday night's save, he had gone 20 days without a save. Longest single season stretch of his career as a closer. Just didn't have a need for him anywhere in there as it turned out. A 1-1. In there for strike 2.
Split of that time from Papelbon.
One-two pitch to Victor Martinez. Line to right field, down towards the corner. Cameron over to play it quickly. Victor Martinez heads for second base, and he's going to get there with a double to begin things in the 9th inning.
Well, Papelbon tried to sneak that fastball by Victor Martinez inside, but Martinez cleans it out. High fastball right at the top of the strike zone and up over the head of Adrian Gonzalez. So the leadoff double here in the 9th inning.
Pinch runner, Andy Dirks will run at second base. Victor Martinez with a double to begin the 9th. He had been 0 for 3 in the game. So Dirk running at second base, and here's Johnny Peralta, who was struck out, grounded out, and been hit by a pitch. And a swing and a miss. Peralta 1 for 8 in his career against Papelbon. 4 strikeouts mixed in. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Looked like the split of that time from Papelbon, but away from Johnny Peralta.
Dirks running at second base for the Tigers, representing the tying run here in the 9th with nobody out. Peralta stays alive, fouled off a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. On deck is Alex Avila with nobody out in the 9th. Peralta, it's a check swing grounded at first. Gonzalez will touch first for the out as Dirks takes third base. And they're saying it's a foul ball. No, they're not. 2 down. First base umpire was pointing over towards third. But it is out number 1 of the inning as Peralta is retired.
Yeah, Peralta with a check swing gets a job done, though. He gets that man to third base with less than 2 outs. And now the Red Sox have to pull the infield in with a 1-0 ball game.
I'm sure Cedarstrom was pointing to, but it is out number 1 of the inning. And Dirks now 90 feet away as Avila stands in. Avila struck out in the 3rd inning. He doubled in the 5th, singled in the 7th. He had 2 of the 4 hits off Clay Buchholz in the game. That's in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Gets him to chase a high fastball just up above the letters. So quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Pinch runner Dirks getting his lead off third with 1 out in the 9th. Strikes out 2 down. 94 and up, and he gets him 2 away.
Well, he got him to chase that high fastball. He goes even a little bit higher this time. Up above the letters to pick up the strikeout, about shoulder high.
So 2 down. Here's Ryan Rayburn, who is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, flied out, and struck out. There's strike 1 in the corner. just away, 1-1.
Papelbon missing the outside corner, but not by very much.
Tying run 90 feet away for the Tigers. 2 outs in the ninth. 1-1 pitch. It's up and away, 2-1. 14 pitches for Papelbon since coming in, 11 for strikes. Swing and a foul tip. It's 2-2.
Plenty of velocity right now for Papelbon. 95 with that last high fastball. Awfully tough to catch up to.
Two down in the ninth inning. Papelbon gets the sign, goes to work with a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out and the Red Sox win. Papelbon, who gives up the double to Victor Martinez to start the ninth, then gets Peralta, Avila, and strikes out Rayburn. And the Red Sox shut out the Tigers 1-0. Red Sox have now won 5 in a row as they pick up this first game of the 2-game series against the Tigers and win this one in impressive fashion. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, Sullivan Tire, Dunkin' Donuts, and by your New England Subaru dealers. 1-0, the Red Sox able to beat the Tigers tonight. And Jared Saltalabaki with the big double in this game for the Red Sox tonight as he was able to drive in Carl Crawford and the Red Sox get the win. Bob's Discount Furniture will be stepping up to the plate again for the Jimmy Fund this season. Bob's Discount Furniture will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon for every Red Sox game saved. So far this season, Bob's Discount Furniture has donated a total of $8,000 to the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. Final score 1-0. The Red Sox beat the Tigers. With Jerry Remy and Heidi Watney, I'm Don Orsillo saying goodnight from Fenway Park. Join us again tomorrow night. Red Sox continue the homestand. It's Beckett versus Verlander. Coverage begins at 6. This has been a presentation of NESN. Time now for a preview of what's coming up on WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. Here's Tom Caron.